Hey everyone, it's Brandy and welcome back to my channel, Brandy Janae's Bookshelf. So I have filmed so much today that my battery is actually running low, or it's like on a 2 bar instead of 3, which rarely happens, as I know I've been doing this for a little too long already. But I am on my final video filming today. As you can tell from the title of this video, this is a TBR for a readathon. This is for the final biannual bibliothon that's happening. All of the hosts that have participated at some point are joining in for this one, since it is the last one, and because of that, instead of 7 days, this readathon is going to be 9 days. So it's taking place from July 11th through the 19th, which I believe is next Thursday or Friday. All right, I'm back. I got lucky and I had a backup battery that was charged. I got scared for a minute because the first one I tried wasn't, but I looked for the second backup battery I had and it was charged. So I don't have to wait to film this. Sorry if the camera is at a different angle. I honestly need to get a new tripod because when we moved, my current tripod got messed up. So things are a little wonky, so sorry about that if that's messed up at all. But anyway, like I was saying before, trying to say before my battery started flashing at me, I am doing my TBR for the final biannual bibliothon. So like what usually happens with me, this TBR is not at all set in stone, mostly because a lot of the books that are kind of up for grabs are books that I might possibly get to before the readathon actually starts. I'm trying to hold off on getting to some of them, but I have so many books on my TBR for the month that I am trying to get them through some of them as quickly as possible. So gonna go through each of the challenges and then talk about the book that I plan on reading them, which is typically how I do readathon TBRs. Okay, challenge number 1 is to read the group book, and the group book is Aurora Rising by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff. So I had planned on reading this anyway, and I don't think that I will get to this before the readathon starts. This is the first book that I will definitely be getting to. I do have an audiobook for this, so I don't think it's going to take me too much to actually get through this one. Challenge number 2 is to read an adult book, and this is one of the ones that I'm not exactly sure if I am going to be sticking with this one. But for now, I have Becoming by Michelle Obama. I borrowed this physical copy from one of my co-workers, and I do have the audiobook from the library, so I figured I can go ahead and get to this one during this readathon if I haven't already started / finished it by then. Challenge number 3 is to read a graphic novel, and I figured this was up for interpretation as far as reading a graphic novel, a comic, or manga, because typically when it comes to readathons, people kind of lump all of those together. And this is one that I'm kind of leaving open because if you haven't already seen, I just recently did a book outlet unboxing where I had a bunch of manga that I picked up. I also have a lot of manga that I have physically that I have either gotten so far this year or have gotten over the past year that I haven't actually read yet. So I am willing to pick up any of those, and I might end up picking up multiples depending on how my reading is going. But I figured for right now, as far as this TBR, I would put Orange Volume 1 by Ichigo Takano on there, just because I have been meaning to get to this one for a couple months now, and I just haven't had the time to pick it up. So I figured I will go ahead and put this on my TBR so I can finally get through this, because I am kind of tired of seeing this one on my TBR card where I keep my current TBR for the month. Number 4 is to read a book based on its cover, and for this one I actually have a comic that I purchased mainly based off of the cover, or at least that's what initially drew me to this, and that is Frostbite by Joshua Williamson. Challenge 5 is a free choice / wildcard book. Pretty much for this challenge you can pick any book that you want to read, and for this one, as far as right now, I'm going to go with Dark Fever by Karen Marie Moning, or Moning, however you say her name. This is actually the June book pick for the Wicked Spirits book club. I have not read it yet. I recently used one of my credits to just go ahead and get the audiobook because I have a feeling, because this is another one of those weeks where I'm trying to read a bunch, I'm not going to really get it to it physically or through the ebook copy I have checked out from the library. So I decided to just go ahead and pick up the audiobook from Audible, and I probably can hold off at least to the 11th, but I do need to read this one because the live show for this book is going to be taking place this Sunday on the 14th. Chapter 6 is to read a book from an author you've never read before, and for this one I decided to go with Kingdom of Souls by Rena Barron. I'm actually going to be doing a buddy read of this one with Ashley from Bookish Realm, and this is another one that might possibly get changed because I'm filming this on a Monday and we're actually supposed to be starting our buddy read of this one today. If I've gotten through like more than half of it before the readathon starts, then I won't count it. However, I know that you can double up on challenges, so I know another one of my challenges I can definitely, you know, use that book for this one as well. Challenge 7 is to read a book you are really excited for but never picked up, and for this one I decided to go with The Kiss of Deception by Mary E. Pearson. Number 8 is to read a predicted 5-star read, and for that one I'm going to go with Nixia Uprising by Scott Rankin. This is the 3rd and final book in the Nixia trilogy. I feel like this finale is just going to be absolutely amazing. Going based off of the first 2 books, my rating has improved. I gave the first one 4 stars, the second one 4.5 stars, so I think this is definitely going to be a 5-star read for me. We will see once I get to it. Another one that I have an audiobook for, so it's looking like this readathon won't be too bad because I have a lot of audiobooks for all of the books that I'm planning on reading, or at least for the majority of them. So the final challenge, which is challenge number 9, is to read one of the host's 5-star reads, and I believe there were 9 different hosts for this one, and out of all of the book selections, I don't remember them all because as I was making my little page with all of the prompts and stuff like that, I did write down the books that I will be choosing from. So I narrowed it down to 4 selections that I'm going to be picking from. So the first one that I have is Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue. I believe that's by Mackenzie Lee. I have Every Heart a Doorway by Shannon McGuire. The Darkest Minds by Alexandra Bracken. And then finally Scythe by Neil Schusterman. I picked those 4 because I have really wanted to read all 4 of them, and I actually own physical copies of all 4 of them. So I figured I'm trying to read my physical TBR. All of those are books that I've been wanting to read, and because I own all of them, I don't have to worry about going out of the way. As of right now, that is my entire TBR for the final Biannual Bibliothon. I don't think I'm going to vlog at all for this specific readathon, just because these 2 weeks coming up, it's going to be a lot of prep work for me because I feel like I have things that I need to get done before I take my week off, and these are the 2 weeks leading up to that, so I think it's going to be a little crazy for me. So I think I'm just going to focus on reading, and then I will come to you guys with the wrap up. But that's all I have for you guys in this video. Let me know down in the comments what you guys are planning on reading for this readathon if you are participating in it. I know there's a bunch of different readathons going on during July, so I know not everyone is doing this one, but if you are, like I said, let me know what you're planning on reading. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and if you would like to see more from me, make sure you subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you again in the next one. Bye.